11:16 Wednesday, September 20th. Post Irma. Mike Gutierrez has been over and has done some landscape. Let's start with the perimeter of the property. We've got this section of fence that the post is completely snapped. The upper part is gone, blown out to the inside. We've got this post that has snapped and heavy damage there. Aaron's price is repairing that post there, the one I just showed you that snapped, and two posts on the front. Everything here is good. Two sections down here with one post that has snapped completely. And this fence is pretty much shredded. I don't know how much of it can be salvaged. Then towards the end, we've got another post that snapped and another two sections that are in really tough shape. Don't know how much is going to be able to really be reused because of the condition of the wood. This fence is all done by 4x4s with just fence pickets that are pretty thin, so it couldn't really hold up like this. Next big issue is the tiki hut. From the outside looks great, but we got a post that's leaning forward here towards the house. And then we got this post here that's leaning towards the front door. So I venture to guess that that part up there is on top of the house and being held up by the house. So this is going to have to get winched back into shape, and I don't know if deck boards are going to have to come up to re-secure these posts, or new posts are going to be needed. Cleaning crew hasn't come in for the pool, so the pool's in horrible shape. I'm going to add 3 bags of shock to it so we don't get so it doesn't get too bad, but that pool's in rough shape. Here's a back fence. We lost 3 complete sections of fence, and this section here is not that much better shape. This hibiscus is just unruly and really needs to be completely cut back. You might want to reach out to Mike if you want to give him any additional instructions on what to move. We're putting everything curbside, so the city will pick it up, but it needs to be out soon in order to do that. As we come around inside the gate, inside the back screened-in porch, you can see the water line. So there's a water line, which is about 2 inches up on the door. All the way around, you can see the water line there. And we've got this whole corner here has just been hammered. So your canopy is fine, your new gutter, no problem. AC is running inside. Yeah, we just lost the metal globe that we must have just not, your son-in-law must have not seen it, or nephew, to bring that in. So that was broken. But your AC is running. In the front, you're fine. In the back, you're fine. This is where you start seeing more water. All the pots stayed, which are pretty remarkable. This is where you start to see the level of water infiltration. You can see that you're up 6 to 8 inches on the door of where the water line was back here. As we come around, you see in the French doors here, again, you can see where the water line was. But again, 2 inches on the door. I'm not seeing anything inside the living room level, which is the bedroom level, as far as any water in the house. Where you see it is when you get to the back rooms. I do have to say this, with all of our properties, this is the worst affected by, this is the only one that got affected by water infiltration. I'm not seeing any signs of water in the house. Again, as I mentioned, nothing on the baseboards, your kick plates. There's some discoloration, but I can't tell whether that is old. I can't recall whether it was there before. There's no water discolorations under the pantry by the fridge, just the corner by the stove, and in this corner here. Everything else is good. AC was set to 80. I just cranked it down to 77 to help. Well, okay, here we go. There was water in here. It has pretty much dried. It has dried, but the way we can tell is your sofa. Your sofa is completely wicked up the water. This carpet feels like it's really brittle and in bad shape. The chair. So I can't tell how high it came up. It could have just come in, just skimmed in here, maybe half an inch to an inch, but it was enough. There's no water on the back side, so maybe the water only came into about this area here from the front. There is no wicking on the back of that. I'm going to unplug all of this. It appears that this electrical plug is really is damaged. It's like melted, so it arced. I'm not gonna, probably need to get an electrician to look at that. But that plug surge protector on the floor is completely melted and warped. So now in the master, again, no signs of water. There's no signs of water in the master. There's no on the the dust ruffle here has no signs of water whatsoever. This rug, no signs of water. Okay, then we might have, there's a little cloudiness there. Again, I don't know. You might have had a little bit of water right in the edge here, but I'm not seeing it anywhere else in the room. So it looks like you're potentially in good shape. Bathroom looks fine. And again, you have power, but I think maybe your plugs and things that were on the floor, you know, when we prep the properties, we generally like to pick all that stuff up, and I know your nephew did it, but he's probably just not aware of how it works, which is understandable. The Xfinity cable box has light, so that outlet has not been jeopardized. But as we come around, you can see wicking. This carpet is still a bit wet. It's dried out a lot. There's wicking up on there. The whole back sheetrock here is all bubbled, so you definitely had water there. Chest looks fine. It's just really your perimeter drywall, especially in the back. In the laundry room is kind of the most noticeable. Some laundry that they left when they left. It's just sitting on the floor, so that might be able to be salvaged. But you can see where the water wicked up all along here. I'm guessing that maybe you only had about 2 inches in here, that the doors held enough of it back that you didn't, maybe you didn't get 6 inches of water in here. It's not horrible. I think everything's going to be okay. I don't see any water issues in here at all. So maybe just along the perimeter edge of everything, because it kind of goes downhill, especially in there. So your doors and concrete walls held back a lot of stuff. So that is my walkthrough for 1116T. It certainly could have been far worse, and everything is salvageable, and I can send housekeeping over if they're available to start doing general cleanup if you'd like. Haven't been in this back room yet. Can't really get in there. Have to try to figure out a way to get in there at some point. But all right.